Hello, welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the smut that my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara. Hi.
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 Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, it's going to be a weird one. I'm excited. We've got our timer going.
Yes, we have our good girl timer going because we are now on, we've been on YouTube, but now we're at a point where the YouTube daddy is watching us. And so to not get in trouble, we have to have 5 minutes of good girl time.
Not swearing.
Of not swearing, of not, maybe we talk more in innuendos, which thankfully last week's book was not very direct for me.
No.
So
we couldn't even tell when she was finishing.
She was like, wait, is this happening?
Yeah.
I almost messed up the timer.
How? Oh, because you almost said something?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, that'll be our thing is like who breaks
We'll
first.
see what the time is and who does it.
Yeah. How are y'all today?
Good.
Vanessa and I took muscle relaxers last night. That sounds like we were together having a sleepover, like popping pills. Like,
Yes.
no.
We were thinking, or I realized that on the last few Vanessa books, Barbara's either been hungover
Or tired.
or really tired, and now she's on pills. What's next?
Muscle relaxers. Next one, I'm going to have a concussion.
Oh my God.
Stay awake, Barbara.
Next one, you just have like a bandage around your head, like
I'm
old timey,
fine.
or like a neck
I'm
brace.
Here.
She just needs a helmet.
Oh, no.
And then the week after that, we'll just have like a mop with you. With like
Yeah. My voiceover. Yeah, so Vanessa and I are feeling loose and fun and normal.
I took mine early,
I
with
did not.
food, so
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I did not.
Yeah.
But I took a half one and I just feel relaxed. But
Yeah.
the weather's been giving me really bad headaches and it's all like
Yeah.
muscle tension. So it helped a lot. But now I'm just very like, am I awake? What is it?
Well, it's okay because it's my book.
Yeah.
Oh, good, good.
You can just
Sit
surf
back,
the cosmos.
relax. Yeah.
As usual, you were telling us we would need diapers and we need to change
I need to
out
get
of
a
our
bathing suit, and I
I
bathing
said
suit.
swimsuit.
I'm gonna have to change my swimsuit halfway through because you can't stay in a wet swimsuit for too long.
True.
Is that
Ladies,
what
am I
happened
right?
to you last week when you had to pee?
Oh my God, I had to pee so bad
In the
last
middle of
week.
the episode.
She was sliding out of the
I
chair.
know. But we didn't notice until you told us. Did you see me like moving around? And we were like, no.
I was just like, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna pee my pants.
I was listening to that when I was getting ready today, and then I was thinking, like, when it comes to editing that out, I can't. Like, I could, but like, there's no point where we come back in like a normal way, and it could like seam together because we start looking up.
People with green
women
eyes
with who
and
look like the
dark
main
hair.
character, and so then we come back and we're like Elizabeth Olsen, and I'm like, they need the context.
Just leave it
Anyway,
in. Jesus
so
Christ.
hope you don't mind. We just talked about it now, but
That's fine.
sometimes Emily pees.
I do. It's amazing. We're all human.
She probably just had to change.
You're
Some
safe
of us
here.
are. Some of us aren't human though. Some of the people in our books aren't human.
You're gonna replace me with a mop, so
Oh my! I'm
Which
sure
we
that's a
keep
book.
going down our like hungover tie pills. What would be next?
UTI.
Hallucinating?
Just
We all
take
accidentally
LSD.
dosed ourselves. An actual gas leak, so we just start like
Oh my
yeah.
God! We wouldn't even know it was happening until we were all just
we'd play it back the episode and go, oh, we didn't make any sense, like more so than usual.
or we'd be dead.
What's nice is that where we record, it's the door is locked. Our phones are on silent with no Wi-Fi
No one can
and
get-
do not disturb. That no one would know because like even yesterday, like last week's episode, we ran behind. That
Yeah.
I turned on to where it was like, "Where are you? What's going on? We're supposed to do this."
Yeah,
and I was
Eric
like,
was texting
oh, sorry.
like, my small wife is missing, like missing and presumed small. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my God! I don't think I even turned on my phone until I was like halfway home in the car.
You wild child.
I know.
She's
I was
off
like,
the
oh
grid.
shit.
Yeah.
Surfing the cosmos.
Yeah.
All right, what's our book, Vanessa?
Okay.
God, let's do like 2 more minutes.
I know. I don't know if I can talk about
I
it.
almost said, okay.
I was gonna say though, I was listening to the episode that came out last,
The most recent one.
Heartless.
Heartless. Yeah.
And it was funny because I was having a hard time picking a book that week also.
Yeah.
I had like backed out and then I got that reel with the cowboy and I was like,
You're back in.
yeah. So I, again, having like another hard time picking a book this week.
I
What
feel
was? Go ahead.
I was
Remember, it
just-
was too sad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh right, you cried.
Yeah.
And then we're like,
Like,
can we
oh,
make
you're
this funny?
laughing.
Oh yeah, we made it really funny, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like I always do that when I like am ahead of schedule, which is rare, and I'm like, I know I did it.
Yeah.
This most recent last episode, I was like, I know exactly what book I'm doing, and then I had to change it. because I started reading the book that I was going to do, that I might do it another time, but I started reading it and I was like,
too?
No. No, I never cry. But,
I say pray severe. I'm like, why are you fucking crying?
No, Libra? Yeah, I'm like, I don't do that. No, I got to like chapter 2, chapter 3. Oh, we made it 5 minutes.
Yay, good girl time.
Fucking A. Sorry.
Fucking A.
Oh
Butt
my
stuff.
God, just
Watch me have to condense, and now it's under the 5-minute mark.
no.
We'll find out. We'll find out if that works for YouTube Daddy.
The stakes are very low. But we
Join our Patreon for full, like,
oh yeah,
dirty baby stuff.
everything.
Dirty baby.
What was I saying? Oh, I picked a book and I started reading it, and I was like 2, maybe 3 chapters in, and I was just not feeling it. I was just so not into it, and I was like, I don't want to not like the book I'm doing, so I'll just do something real weird. And then I threw a bodice ripper at us.
I love that.
There's something very much in my eye.
Always. As soon as we start recording, I get something in my eye.
Yeah. It moved, so maybe we're good. Probably not. Let's go.
Is it a worm?
What? I'm like legitimately
She
upset.
ruins
Also,
everything.
it's back.
It's back.
I have a mirror right here. You're good. If
So
anyone's
do
weird about
you-
eye stuff, don't look.
Is this going to be, this is a Vanessa book week, obviously, because Barbara's on drugs.
As if I'm not another. I'm medicated. It's prescription.
It's fine. It has my name on the bottle. What is this going to be, a read the synopsis first book, or are you able to tell us the title?
Oh my God. She's just quiet going, ooh.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I'll just tell you the title.
Okay.
So remember, Lincoln has been coming up so freaking much.
Oh no.
And I was
The
just
wrong
like,
pucking number or the pucking wrong number, because you
you
kept flipping it and I don't know
guys-
what it is now. It's a series.
you guys were just, you did not know if you were like into the stalker until you found out he was a billionaire.
We were super into it, and then it got to a point where we were like, oh, this has crossed the threshold. This is
when
not
he
okay.
he was breaking into her house and rubbing cum on her lips.
When he was following her and
God.
beating up her,
he was sexually harassing her.
But then when he
in
we
a
were like, oh, he's a
romantic
billionaire.
way.
No,
That's
I'm talking about the
problematic.
landlord.
Oh, right. No,
Yeah.
I mean her like study buddy.
Oh, yeah.
He
He was
beat him
a
up
creep,
outside
too.
of the restaurant.
Yeah,
Remember,
and
he
that was
bought-
like, oh,
He
and
bought
then
everybody's food.
Started,
And
If he
closed down the
wanted to, he
restaurant.
would.
But then he started breaking in and doing weird shit with chapstick, and we were like,
Chapstick.
that's not
Yeah.
good. And then at the very end, you're like, he's a billionaire. We're like, it all makes sense.
So I want you to keep the same energy.
Sure.
Is this in the same universe?
It is Ari. It's Lincoln's best friend.
Because he was there at the benefit charity gala.
It was his gala.
Yeah.
For
Musician? Was this a pop
Hockey.
star one?
No,
Who had the
he's a
pop star
hockey.
friend?
Hockey.
Right, but who has a pop star best friend? I think we cast Zendaya and all of it. Someone we were like, oh, he's friends with Taylor Swift.
I don't know.
Oh. Devil You Know. The guy in it had a friend who was a pop star, and there's another book that she does.
And she
Yeah.
got jealous.
And Willa's
Yes.
parents were rock stars.
Right.
Right.
That was one where it was
Oh.
like a friend, and then the girl was like, oh, you're with that girl. And it was like, no, I was just
The
partying.
Devil You Know, Elizabeth O'Rourke's book.
Pucking around too. Her dad was famous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to do the Devil You Know, the other one, because that one's fun. Okay.
Okay, back to what? Where am I?
Where
are
I'm
we?
like, I get all my hockey players mixed
He
up.
was Lincoln's best friend. He's on the
He had
Dallas...
the gala that she was working at.
Yeah,
waitress.
that's where she met Lincoln, was at Ari's gala, and he knew who she was when she showed up.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
And Lincoln didn't know that she was gonna be there.
Yes.
he- the
He
wrong
hadn't done the
number.
tracker yet.
Ugh.
No, I don't know. Anyways, it was for the charity was for kids. Remember, Monroe had been adopted.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Ari had also been adopted.
We still don't know the title.
The pucking wrong guy.
The pucking wrong guy.
Betty's the right guy. Or not. No, he
Oh.
is. We have to be same energy. We love him.
We love him.
He's a
Are
millionaire.
we? Well,
He's best friends with
Lincoln.
Mr.
Lincoln
Chapstick.
bio.
Mr. Lincoln Bio. Mr. Chapstick.
Ugh.
He
So,
loves her.
but they're together. Are they? Is this past, present, or past?
This happens
From
after.
This literally is right after the book.
So
Literally
are
right
they
after.
together?
Who?
Lincoln and Monroe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
So now
remember-
Monroe's a billionaire.
Yes.
Did she get unchained from the bed?
Yes.
Does
Does
she
he
know
s-
about her IUD tracker?
I don't know.
Does Ari?
I don't.
Ari's
they-
also checking it.
Ari never.
That's me with my Find My iPhone with all my little Sims. Where I'm
Where are you going? What are you doing?
In that book, Lincoln doesn't really tell Ari everything about his
what he does.
Yeah, about
plausible deniability.
Yeah, he never really tells him everything.
Read the synopsis.
He does tell her that he met a girl that he likes, but he never tells him like everything.
Then he's
did.
like, "Oh, hand raised."
Raise my hand. Okay. Do you like this book more or less than the other one?
I love Lincoln.
Lincoln's your favorite.
But this is it's good.
It's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ari.
It's very different,
Ari,
Really?
not Ori,
but
like
not
stuff.
different.
Oh God.
If you know what I'm
What
saying.
chapstick are we in for now?
Okay.
Oh God.
God, it's gonna be like conditioner.
We need
Hair
swimsuits.
conditioner?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Protein.
later. I came to LA for my fresh start and then my past showed up. I'm happy, at least that's what I tell myself. I'm working hard to pursue my dreams and I'm finally out from under the thumb of my adopted parents.
Were they in LA this whole time?
No,
Were they in LA last
Dallas. The
Oh.
Dallas Knights.
That sounds like a show you like.
I do.
Shh,
Dun,
no Dallas.
dun, 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 dun,
Do they have horses on that?
Oh yeah, they work on a farm.
Oh yeah. So with the clapping sound, we did it. We brought it in. Okay.
It's literally been like 5 episodes.
I got new nails today. I don't have dog nails anymore.
I love it.
I copied from our friend Alyssa, OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
Yeah, girl.
She's
Bleep
she's
that
our
out.
only fan.
We
Okay.
can't include a promo because TikTok will kill us. Also,
But
you
that's
started,
not gonna be on TikTok.
Yeah, no. You started the synopsis and you said, I came and I looked at Emily and she was like,
It's already
I came
happening.
to LA.
we're trying to behave.
Okay, I'm happy, but then a 6'4" tattooed hockey star that thinks he's God shows up at the restaurant where I'm working and changes everything.
I thought this was Ari's POV.
no,
I did
it's-
too.
And I was like, ooh.
It's the girl.
Okay.
I
I thought,
hate it
and
when
then I
that
thought for a second the
happens.
woman was 6'4", and I was like, hell yeah. Oh, okay.
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 He tells me I'm the one and that he's been searching for me for years, that he's never going to let me go. And the question is he going to break my heart or has Mr. Wrong been the right guy all along?
Bet he's in the right guy all along.
I bet he's the pucking wrong guy and then becomes the pucking right guy.
Hell yeah.
After they puck
Ooh.
around.
Bing, bing.
Okay.
Who writes these books again?
C.R. Jane.
That's
C.R. Jane. How many pages is it?
360. It
Nice.
came out September
Solid.
2023.
Okay.
Recent. That's not there. That's how much time is in between these books? They just
Yeah.
fire them
Yeah,
out.
probably.
They're just doing them.
Yeah.
Whew. It's hard to keep up. I can't even read how much is right.
What's her name?
I was like, C.R. Jane.
I'm on muscle relaxer.
Emily, for once, is
Did
like,
I
aren't
take
you
the muscle
listening?
relaxer?
Where's the whiteboard?
I need my whiteboard for my own facts.
I should
You're
have
just,
done
like,
one just for
drawing.
fun.
I just started drawing like hockeys and like just like wieners, highly decorated wingers. I'm sorry. Am I on drugs?
Halfway through, you just show it. It's a picture from Dallas.
You're like the caricatures at the shows that like draw people.
I wish.
What's her name?
Kayla.
Kayla.
Okay, what she look like?
Blonde hair, blue eyes, blue. They're so blue.
So blue.
They look purple.
Ooh,
Dakota
Elizabeth Taylor
Fanning.
said- Okay, yeah, love it.
Okay.
I don't
You
know.
want to
We'll
get
see.
yeah,
After
She
seeing her,
doesn't
you know
improve.
what?
She doesn't improve.
Serena. When I tell you about her past, Serena Vanderwoodson.
I originally
Blake
thought
Lively?
Blake Lively,
Okay.
but I was like, her
Yes.
eyes are a little bit more green, but we can put contacts in.
No, I'm into it. I like it.
but when I tell you, it kind of makes more sense for that character.
she
Maybe
used
not
to be on a
Blake.
TV show called Gossip Girl.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Do you know
Yes.
Vanessa tricked me into getting a Gossip Girl tattoo without knowing that, without ever seeing
And she
Gossip
told
Girl?
her mom that
Yeah,
too.
Mom was like, did you get a new tattoo? I was like, Vanessa made me. I thought I have for our video watch. I have a little XOXO on my arm next to Henry. And Vanessa was like, let's just get XOXO. And then afterwards, she was like, that was for Gossip Girl. I was like, I've never seen Gossip Girl. And now I have a tattoo, but
I'm obsessed. I love that. I don't know. You got it, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
XOXO,
Don't hang out.
Gossip Girl.
Go
back
piss,
like
girl.
15 years.
You should get one that says "Go piss, girl."
Like, go piss, girl?
You haven't seen that?
No.
You haven't seen this, listeners? Come on,
Is it on
Oh,
TikTok?
yeah.
it's a meme. You know what? It was around Twitter a lot, so maybe you guys got to
Twitter.
Excuse me, that's what it's called.
throwing-
Why are we?
she's throwing
Why
up
are we?
gangs.
Why are we sucking Elon Musk's dick?
X.
No.
You're the one that like is highly active on his site. I
It's
saw
not
you
his
put in
site.
an order for a Cybertruck. I know that's Could you imagine seeing Barbara get out of a Cybertruck?
She's literally gonna break her ankle getting out of that thing.
Cutting your hand on trying to get into it,
like
it's all
reaching
sharp
up,
edges.
Sharp.
God. I'm
Serena, what's her name? Kayla?
Vanderwoodson. Kayla.
Williams.
Kayla.
Let's guess the first coming.
360 is the number of pages?
Mm-hmm.
123.
42.
120.
Damn.
Oh my god, I'm so close. I'm on the edge.
You're talking about swimsuits? I'm like, it's early.
Does he get dating tips from, I'm like, just keep like blasting my pits out. Does he get dating tips from Ari?
From Lincoln?
No, from Lincoln.
Yes, 100%.
Oh,
boy.
no. What does he look like? 6'4" and tattoos or something?
Yeah.
Dark hair, blonde
Green
hair.
eyes, black hair.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's real cute.
Hockey player, so fake teeth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. I guess I always just think of like a Momoa whenever it's like tattoos, but there's other tall guys that have tattoos. There's just not a lot of tall tattooed guys in Hollywood.
I heard 6'4" and I just thought of Travis Kelce.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. He's got like scruffy.
Charming.
Yes,
He's
very.
a Libra man. There
Travis
you
is
go.
charming,
Yeah.
Yes.
but can maybe be a little sneaky snake. Not sneaky snake, but can be a little devious.
Yes.
Sagittarius moon, you're correct. Yeah.
Okay. So
Scorpio Venus, yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but what is happening?
She knows Travis Kelce's birth chart, of course.
Of course.
I have it in my phone.
Oh my! Do you have them
I have
as a couple?
So many in my phone, though. to be
Anybody
fair.
she meets, it's like, what time were you born?
Don't you have to pay for like the relationships?
I
No,
don't
it's
do the
different app.
relationships. I just look at it myself.
Oh.
But I paid for the one-time charge of like the professional version of the app, and then you can get for free as many birth charts as you want.
Oh wow!
So I'll just throw random ones in there. But I have friends text me who go, "Hey, I met someone. Tell me what you think." And I'm like, "Let me at it."
Oh my God! Run, girl!
love
I've done it for
that.
clients. I've done it for
Yeah.
all this. I need Ashley's still. Anyway,
Oh my God! Mental note. Okay.
I literally thought you just said mental illness. I'm like, well,
no mental note.
I'm fine.
Tomato,
with it.
tomato.
Okay, tell us about this book.
If you remember at the end of the book, they won the Stanley Cup. Do you remember that?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
They won the Stanley Cup.
Of course. Number
Lincoln and Ari have been on this Dallas Knights team since they were rookies,
one. Okay.
and they're besties. So all of a sudden, Ari asked for a trade to LA,
Because he's stalking his ex-girlfriend.
and everybody's like, "What?" It's weird.
Why do you want to go there? You were
Yeah,
just
and they
here.
It's like in Good Will Hunting. I gotta go see about a girl. Oh.
Yeah. So they
They're really
were-
bad, and he's like, no, I'm going there.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
they're
go-
not good.
But he already won the Stanley Cup. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'll
Yeah,
phone
he's
it
like,
in.
I'm going to go make this team a championship team.
The weather is gonna be great. So.
Pretty much, that's exactly what he says. He's kind of like got that team. I think he was team captain of the
newest team captain.
The newest, yeah.
Well, he was team captain in Dallas, so
He'll now be the newest team
of cour-
captain.
They're super stoked to have him because he just won the cup. So
Yeah.
they're like, he's like a god. So they're like, of course, yeah, come on down. So he's like, basically like, I'm gonna spend a year in LA, play through the season, win my girl back, and then go back to Dallas with my best friend.
So he dated this girl before.
So they
Yeah.
were both in the same group home when they
Foster
were
siblings.
Yes. Well, not foster
Ah.
siblings. It was
Yeah,
kind of
but
like an orphanage.
Orphan siblings.
She was only there for 8 months.
But when you know, you know.
Yeah.
Well, and he kind of, I think she was just having a hard time, and he kind of helped her. She had like panic attacks and stuff like that.
How old were they ish?
So she was 10 when she went to the group home, but he was 2. His mom just like dropped him off, and
I'm so
literally-
sorry. I thought you meant he's a 2-year-old helping a 10-year-old with panic attacks, and I'm like,
No,
Damn, they grew up
I thought
fast.
that too. I was like, boss baby. He's like, I love her.
no. She's 10 when she gets to the orphanage. He's been there
She's like,
since he
name
was
5 things
since
that
he
you've
was
seen,
2,
4
yeah.
things. Butterfly taps.
But when she comes to the home, he's 12, I think.
He's like,
That
I've
makes
been
much more
around. I've been
sense.
here for a long time. Let me
Okay.
help you
He
out.
actually ran away when he was 8 and joined a little pickpocket crew.
Oh my
And was, like, living on
I'm
the
picturing some little
streets.
street rat, like British. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Totally. And so he ends up going back to the group home.
Oh, Aladdin.
So he can go to
rat,
school.
Street rat. Okay, yep. What?
Just-
Vanessa.
Is this in LA?
Yes.
Okay, so he's back, she's back, they're in love.
So she got adopted when she was 10 by a rich family in New York.
Ooh.
This is why I say she's like Serena.
She's
She's like Annie, little orphan Annie.
They're kind of gross. They basically don't want to adopt a baby because they want to see what it's going to look like. So they specifically adopt Kayla because she looks like the mom.
But red flag.
Yeah.
Oh, not the mom, but just like pretty. Which I assume is that too, but you're like, ooh.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Illuminati.
And make sure that she looks good. You know what I mean? They don't want an ugly baby. It's kind
Well,
of...
if they're rich, just like plastic surgery, the kid.
That's
Right.
true. That's true.
Right, you're not
That
ugly,
wasn't
you're just
sincere.
poor. Yeah.
They're definitely kind of like controlling, tell her what to wear, tell her what to eat, tell
So
her
is
to
she like a
socialize with.
lash out wild child? Is she
No,
super independent now?
She's
Well,
Meghan Markle. She didn't like being a princess and being told what to do.
Okay. Yeah.
she's a model, which obviously like just adds to the perfectionism side.
Yeah.
The book opens up with her going to the Met Gala and or to the Met for a gala that her mom is throwing for underprivileged children, which is funny because her mom is a
narcissist
hypocrite.
and is
Yeah.
probably like, look at how wonderful I am. I'm such a
Well,
wonderful
she was like,
mother.
I've seen her fire staff for being pregnant.
Yeah, but she's like, you
So
don't
she's
even know her.
a monster, yeah. And she has a boyfriend, busy business boy, super handsome,
Dick the third.
Yes.
basically his name's
Yeah.
Clark.
Clark.
Yeah, he proposes. She says no and runs out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which works out because she just got a big job in LA because she's a model and she's moving anyways.
She says
didn't.
bye.
She didn't
She's
really
like,
know.
"I gotta go."
Yeah, she didn't really know how to tell him, and
And then that was the moment to go like, oh, okay.
yeah, like I definitely don't want to do this. Like
Yeah.
it just kind of solidied it for her.
Yeah.
So she goes to LA, but her and Clark are still technically together. They're like texting. So Ari doesn't know what happened to her.
Oh, long lost love.
He's been looking for her this whole entire time.
He's
Kind of
bad at it.
passively like check Facebook every now and then.
Well, the parents basically wiped all of her history and changed her name.
To make
sealed
it seem
her
like,
file.
Yeah.
She also the reason why she was orphaned is because her dad killed her mom and then killed himself
Oh shit.
because of cheating.
Who,
supposedly.
he cheated or she cheated?
She supposedly cheated.
That doesn't sound ideal.
No.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't kill her though.
That works
Yeah.
out.
Sometimes it's a full family.
For the
Yeah.
sake of the book, this is great.
Yeah. This.
All right, Miss Nonfiction Murder Books. Settle down over there.
I know it's really
Statistically,
showing.
they usually kill each other.
Emma's like, ooh.
She's in. She's in. So honestly, Ari thinks that she might have died because he doesn't know what happened to her. And obviously he's like rich now, so he has all this power to find anybody and no one can ever find anything
And
about
Lincoln
her.
is pretty good at finding whatever he wants.
He's
Well,
like, bro, all you need is an
Did he
ID.
ever? Did he ever ask? Get into her gynecologist appointment. Did he ever ask Lincoln for help finding her?
I probably
Didn't come up.
Yeah, well, no one ever could find her. But
So I'm assuming he found her before he was like, I got to go to LA.
he was on a road trip from Austin back to Dallas and saw a billboard of her for some ad.
Did he
Buc-ee's?
drive off the road?
I'm like thinking about like the only billboards between Austin and Dallas are Buc-ee's and Trump.
Or for
I think
lawyers.
that they obviously are hamming it up because it was like a
course.
perfume ad or something,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I would never see.
But
Yeah.
I bet he drove off the road.
It was like, hey Waco, do you want to smell good?
Well, he ends up calling the
Number.
whoever,
Yeah.
the
The
ad
lawyers that she's
agency or
advertising.
the whatever, and finds out who the model is and what her name is. Finds out she's living in LA and
Yeah.
she's a model. Blah, blah. So he asked for the trade.
Did
Yeah.
they change her name?
Yes. So her name was Kayla, but now it's Blake.
Blake Lively.
Oh my God, I didn't-
I was like, that's why she was. Oh.
I'm a fucking
Because
idiot.
I keep having to correct myself, like, no, her name's not Serena.
It's, yeah, that's what I. Okay, this works.
Okay, so she's
Idiot.
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively. Yes.
Okay.
But it's a Blake Lively. The family even made her get a nose job like Blake Lively.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Blake Lively, I think, is from California. So there we go.
Ooh.
So she's in LA. She's like working at a restaurant and between modeling jobs. It's like
Right.
She's waitressing
it's one
waitressing
yes.
for the video. The waitressing. Okay.
She's like working at one of those like celebrity restaurants where like you need an agent to get a job there.
That would be so fun, but also an absolute fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
the sexual harassment is probably out of control.
Yeah, she was like, my ass gets grabbed like 14 times after a shift. So he comes in because of course he knows she works there.
Yeah,
and
comes in, her
grabs her ass.
She doesn't recognize him at all. She's like, he's so hot, obviously, and everybody is like stopping by the table to say hi to him because he's like the new hockey player on the team.
Travis Kelce,
yeah. And she's like getting jealous of like other women talking to him and making him laugh, and she's like, why do I feel this way?
Because she doesn't recognize him, but subconsciously and deep in her soul and her vagina, she's like, that's mine.
Well,
soulmate.
she also
vagina
soulmate.
She's like, he's totally my type because he looks kind of like Clark, dark hair, green eyes. She's like, I have a type because of a childhood crush that I had.
Girl, this is the type. This is the, okay.
She says he's like fantasy on crack and says he's like book boyfriend material because she reads smut.
I love it. Inception.
One night could change your life. Like, that's the kind of vibe she's like getting from him. So she goes, he's asked to sit in her section.
So he recognizes her.
Yes,
he went there. Duh.
He knows.
He knows that she works there.
Yeah. He knows everything.
I remember that. I was just so wrapped up in the like, oh my God.
I know. It's kind of like, I kept being like, why doesn't he just tell her? And I'm like, oh, that'd be the end of the book.
Good point.
That's how they're able to just pop these books out real quick.
I have to remember this is fiction.
Yes. Yes.
He wants to draw it out. He's probably toying with it a little bit. Maybe he thinks that she doesn't like him. Or she doesn't remember him.
That's exactly what he says. And he says something like, I want her to fall for who I am now, not what we had.
My 12-year-old self?
Yeah.
But she's like, but I love you for who you really are, not because you're a famous hockey player.
I don't even think it's about that. It's just about like proving to her that it's not about
He's like, I'm
their
not a
past.
2-year-old
The
anymore.
history, it's like there's something no matter what timeline it is.
Yes.
Soulmates in every timeline and every lifetime.
When she, like I said, she obviously was super traumatized when she came to the home. And he was always like helping her through panic attacks. And like one of the things that she said to him right before she was adopted was like, do you think I'll always be sad? And he was like,
probably.
Yeah, felt that.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
were you making fun of me for crying?
No. I was like, triggered.
And he says like something like, no matter what, like when I can, I'll try to make you happy.
I know how you can make me happy.
Yeah. He's like, let's grow up a little bit.
Well, he's like,
make you happy.
Yeah, he's like, I need to be an adult to make you happy.
There are laws.
I'm 2 years old. Okay.
So she's definitely like intrigued. So he asks to sit in her section and she goes talk to him and he's kind of like flirting with her and she's immediately like got the ick. And I think it's because of the environment at that restaurant.
Yeah,
and he says something like, do the specials come with you joining me for lunch? And she's like, I'm not for sale. And so she's kind of like sassing him. And then he's like, do you mind if I get some more water? And she's like, oh shit. And she like goes to get the water. And when she comes back, he moves the glass to the side of the table. So she has to lean across and he takes her phone out of her pocket because he's pit pocket.
It's not an IUD. I'm still in. We remember same energy. Oh my God, so romantic.
Mm-hmm. But he's a little street rat. So he gets the phone because he's a street rat pickpocket.
So he gets her phone and he knows about Clark because he knows everything. He blocks Clark's phone number, blocks him on all social media, and replaces Clark's phone number with his phone number.
If he wanted to, he would.
If he wanted to, he would.
When he's
if he wanted, should he?
I don't know.
Who can say?
So he leaves.
Yeah.
But before he leaves, like she kind of like warms back up to him. He's like asking her, you know, what she does and blah, blah, blah. And he says he just moved there and she said so did she. And he's like, he says we should be BFF because we both just moved here. We don't know anybody, blah, blah, blah. And she kind of warms up to that because she really doesn't have any friends. So when he leaves, he gives the phone to the hostess and he tells her that he thinks is,
But his number is saved as Clark's.
Yes.
Which is insane.
So then he's like, call me, I'm as Clark in your number.
No.
So how are they going to be BFFs?
Well, he does not
Magic.
They do not need their phone number.
It's fiction.
He's literally following her. Oh, I forgot. He downloaded Lincoln's favorite app on her phone.
Lincoln's favorite app. What's it called? Tracker?
I don't
X.
know. Oh my God. I don't know what it was called.
But it was just Lincoln's. It's Lincoln bios.
Yes. It's the same one that. Oh no. It's the same one that he used to track Monroe.
So he's following her.
Right.
Well, now he is.
Yeah, he is.
Now that he has the app on her phone. I think also the phone mirrors all of her like text messages and stuff. So he can see everything that she's doing on her phone.
Which is, I remember Lincoln doing that too.
Yeah, because he would just show up. Yeah, that's how he knew what restaurant she was at. That's how he knew whenever remember every time she would be like down and out, he would just show up.
Yeah. So now he's doing that to.
Yes.
Aww. Same energy, she asked. Okay.
She gets home and her roommate is like somebody that her agency paired her up with.
Right.
And she's like, I got 2 tickets to the hockey game tonight. And I got us these jerseys we can wear.
Oh.
Guess whose jersey?
Because it's like the
Lincoln's
new hot player. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ari would be so pissed because he did that to Monroe.
Oh,
He sent her the jersey and she was wearing Ari's jersey. And it made Lincoln mad.
What is Ari's last name?
Lancaster.
Oh, okay.
So they go to the
Blake
game.
Lancaster. Yeah, that works. Okay.
Yeah. They go to the game and she sees.
I just pictured him seeing her in the crowd and just like skating right into the wall.
No, like literally, he cannot focus.
But he knew that she was going to be there.
Yes.
Yeah. I got it in an honest package. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about that later.
Ooh.
Great.
She sees him and recognizes him immediately.
Yeah.
And she finds out what his name is, but she still doesn't put 2 and 2 together.
She's a little busy. Yep.
She just thinks it's a coincidence.
Sure.
That he looks like the guy she knew.
Ari Lancaster, super common.
Yeah.
But him forever
Oh,
meeting
guys.
those guys.
She might not have
Distinct
known
tattoos.
his last name because they were so young.
Oh,
But anyways.
right.
But she definitely knew his name was Ari.
And she knew that this is the guy that she met at the restaurant.
Yes.
Well, he was 2, so we probably pronounced it Awi.
Yeah.
So,
Awi.
Oh my God.
yes. Okay. Yes.
The amount of babies in this podcast is absurd. Okay.
Okay. So then they have sex on the ice.
No.
Ooh, fire and ice.
Oh, I did want to tell you. Everybody is totally like simping for him on the team.
Yeah.
You know, because he's like the best. He just won
Hot
the
new
cup.
talent, yeah.
It's obvious that this person is going to be the 3rd book. But there's a goalie who's like, he's like, this is the best guy on the team. I'm definitely going to take him with me when we go to Dallas. Like he's basically going to poach him.
Are they going to 2 at the same time?
Yes.
They're going to fuck around?
He calls him Disney Prince because he's just so good looking. And he was like, he calls him Disney, I think is like his nickname throughout the book. But he is like, hey, is there any like rituals that you and Lincoln
Just like jerk each other off or like
basically he probably would have done it because he's like, did you and Lincoln do anything before the games for like good luck or whatever? And he was like,
It's like
yeah,
we should
we would
kiss.
shake it off. And he was like, what do you mean? And he puts on Taylor Swift and he was like, we would just dance to this song before we go
Oh my
out.
God, it is Travis Kelce.
And so he puts it on and of course he just goes to town with like these crazy moves and but he's just
that
teasing
man has
him.
never been uncomfortable in a room in his life. He's just out there doing stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
But it's all just a joke just to make the guy dance.
Yeah.
To see Disney move.
Yeah.
Shake out.
So I thought you'd like that. Taylor Swift is very heavy in this book.
Oh, this author's a Swiftie, I bet.
I guess. Or Ari's a Swiftie.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Awi.
Awi. Oh my God.
So I like Taylor Swift.
So obviously he is blowing her kisses and waving at her from
Hey,
the
BFF,
ice.
let's fuck.
Yeah.
And
Remember how we worked through anxiety? Click, 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 click.
oh my God. So they go back to the locker room.
Okay.
And he's just wearing a towel.
Okay.
And she's like,
So he invites her back to the locker room.
well, the roommate, she's like, we should go back to the locker room. I got, like, it's basically like one of those things where I got like a full
All
package,
stage
like a
back
meet
from
and
VIP,
greet.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I assume they were given to her by Ari.
100%.
Yeah, and then she made a friendship bracelet for a
Yeah. I don't think any of this is directly from Ari. A lot of it is through his agent and his PI.
Right.
So it's never, can't be traced back to him.
Of course.
So
He's
yeah,
got tips from Lincoln.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. She goes back backstage. She goes to the locker room. They meet, and she agrees, her and her roommate, to go out and celebrate with the team because they just won.
So then they go to a tavern.
They kiss, and it's kind of, I mean, it's obviously like, she's like, this is the best kiss I've ever had in my whole entire life.
She's been waiting her whole life for it.
But she still is like, runs away because Clark is her boyfriend.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He basically...
Has she texted Clark at all this time?
Yeah,
which
she's
is
been
Ari.
texting him, but it is Ari. And he's kind of like just giving her like one-word answers. Like before it was like, I miss you, I love you, come back to New York.
And now he's saying okay with 2 letters instead of 4.
Yes.
Okay, with period.
Yeah, just very like cold responses, sometimes not responding at all.
Okay.
And Ari's always like goading her, like, I would have never let you move away without me. You know, your boyfriend's days are numbered, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so she takes off, and when she gets back to her apartment, Clark is there waiting for her. He flew in, and he's
like, I haven't heard from you.
Yeah, because he's literally been texting her like 100 times a day, and she's always responding.
And it's all blocked now. It's all green
100
text.
times a day. Problematic.
Yeah. And so he shows up, but the PI calls and tells Ari that he's on his way there, so he already knows. And so he calls Lincoln and is like, what should I do?
Go rub cum on her lips.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was like, he probably rented a car, right? And he was like, he seems like the type to rent like a fancy car instead of using like a driver. And sure enough, he rented like some fancy car. So when...
What? You don't want to say it? You just got so quiet.
When Clark is in the room with her, he's like, I've been texting you, blah, blah, blah. She's literally coming from getting kissed. And so
like
she's, she's just kind of like, I just kissed this guy and it was super fucking hot. And I really don't want to be with you. And now you're here and you've been cold to me. But then there's a knock at the door and it's the cops. They got a tip that there's a car outside that has drugs in it. And sure enough, they go down there and search it and it's full of coke. So he gets arrested.
This is very Gossip Girl. I've never seen it, but XOXO.
Well, that's what we had said, like that Lincoln was basically Chuck Bass, right?
Oh, yeah. Weren't we talking about that?
Whenever we were like, oh, he's a billionaire. Oh, okay. It's Gossip
Chuck
Girl
Bass.
world.
Yeah. Wishes.
Wow.
Riches. Okay.
Riches. So she's kind of stoked that he shows up, or the cops show up, because he was about to kiss her and she didn't want to like ruin.
She wanted to lose the taste.
The aftertaste of hockey.
Mouth.
Okay.
So the next day, basically, of course, Ari texts her as Clark and he's like, I'm good, I'm out of jail, but I have to go back to New York for a meeting.
Bye.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
She goes to an audition and she has a panic attack, like when she's leaving in like the alleyway, and
Who happens to be in the alleyway?
Ari shows up.
Hey, I was just walking down alleyways.
How serendipitous.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So she's crying and he like wipes her tears and then he licks them off of his fingers and says that now your bad day is my bad day.
Oh my God.
And then he puts her in
puts
her in the car and takes her to a bakery and gets her like
he's
cupcakes.
like, you like red velvet, right? And she's like, oh my God, I've loved it.
He gets her a loaf of bread.
It's actually strawberry.
Strawberry.
Yeah.
That actually is good.
So
what? Still no, like, hey, we grew up
still
together.
no, nothing.
Okay. No sex.
No.
Okay.
Just the one kiss.
And his name has always been Ari Lancaster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't know if she knows the last name, and he was the 2-year-old, so we made pronounce it as Awi.
That's right. So,
yeah, and now he goes by Travis Kelce. It's very confusing. Okay.
He is definitely wrestling with the idea of telling her.
right.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So it's been a few days.
Okay.
She's trying to like give it some space, but her roommate has been hanging out with one of the team members. So she's like, no, this other guy that we don't like.
Okay, we don't like him.
That Ari doesn't like either. He's kind of like been his rival his whole career.
Oh.
Which he's always like kind of having a hard time with. But anyways, she's always like telling him what Ari's up to. She's kind of a bitch about it. Like telling her about.
So we're not getting a book about them.
No.
Yeah.
Ew, no.
Ew, no.
Ew.
But she's trying to keep her distance from him anyway. So she's like, I don't want to go to the games. But She gets a text from Clark that he wants to come into town and it's Halloween, and he's like, I'll be Batman, you be Catwoman, and we'll meet at a party.
And it's
I
Ari dressed
instantly
up as
was like,
Batman.
"Ugh, Clark, shut up. Get out of
Go
here."
away. You're not even being Superman? Come on.
That's exactly what she says in the book.
Yeah.
What?
He's more of a Superman than a Batman.
Your name's Clark. You're on coke. Like, I don't know. Just
Oh, right. And it's like Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Yes.
My God, I got there.
We need a
eventually.
whiteboard. Okay.
So when she shows up, she sees him dressed as Batman.
And it's...
And
Travis
she's
Kelce.
like, dang, why is he so like...
Did he dress in the version that has the nipples?
Oh, I hope
I don't
so.
know.
Yeah,
Probably.
the Val Kilmer version.
Yeah.
Wasn't it George Clooney? It
Was he the
doesn't
nipple one?
matter.
I think he was the nipple one.
I think so. Okay.
Okay, so she's like, he's gotten so muscular. When did he get so tall?
He's
But
6'4". Wow.
she's literally like...
It's because he's wearing a mask, so it's like masquerade. He can't.
And he
can't
has the
see.
same color eyes as him, same dark hair. It is a little like, girl,
Oh, yeah.
but I think she's
She's
also
he grew
like,
so much.
but she's also like, man, Ari would make a really good Batman. She's like, stop thinking about that.
Okay.
So he like pulls her into a closet.
She legitimately thinks that this is Clark.
I guess so, because this is where we're gonna
She's
read.
just not questioning things. Pulls her
Oh,
into
so
a
she
closet.
thinks that she's fucking Clark.
Wow, your dick got huge.
In our passage, she's being pulled into the.
7
He's
minutes
like-
in heaven.
He's doing one of those things where
I
like,
haven't thought about that in forever.
wow,
There you go.
he's like, meet me upstairs. And she goes up there and she sees him, and then he like goes down
She's
a
like,
hallway.
Clark, you sound so different and look so different.
No, they're
and
texting. She sees him from far away. She sees him like down a hallway, and he's like come up to the third floor.
She sees the bat signal.
And she goes around the corner, and he pulls her into a closet.
Does she
Right.
have a whip like Catwoman?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, she's Catwoman. Okay.
She is full Catwoman. He is full Batman.
So it's just vinyl up against rubber.
Yeah, I'm like, how are you going to get out of this fucking suit? Okay. Okay.
It's all sweaty inside.
Humid and...
But she did powder. So
That's why you need swimsuits to change, because everything's a little...
Uh,
All right, let's do it. Yep.
He didn't say a word, though. He just crowded me against the wall and slowly started to unzip the front of my suit. Inch by torturous inch until my breasts were completely uncovered. Dump them out.
Dump him out.
Dump him out.
A rough finger trailed around my sensitive, exposed skin, teasing me. I was dripping wet.
She was
chest-
sweaty.
She needed to air out this Catwoman suit. I was dripping wet, my chest heaving, and a soft moan coming out of my mouth. Had his hands always felt like this? No.
No,
No.
girl.
Have his hands always been tattooed the same way that Ari's are?
He's wearing gloves.
He's wearing... Okay,
I
so
don't
he's
know.
touching her with gloves. Okay.
Clark cupped and kneaded my breasts. I'm just thinking of like kneading bread.
Like you're really stretching out the dough. He's giving her a mammogram.
Just patting all around their
Girl,
arm.
you
up.
really need to do this regularly.
His thumb continuing to tease my nipples until I was whimpering. Please, I whispered, leaning forward for a kiss. He ducked down before our lips could meet, sucking my nipple into his mouth, sucking hard. Heat built in my core. I've never been able to get off with Clark, not without the use of a toy.
Bro, what's the game plan here? You're just going to prove that Clark, when he's apparently as Batman, is just like really good in bed?
Well, and there's like a little question. Again,
Oh, there's
none
a
of
big fucking question. This is straight up sexual assault.
I
But
was,
yeah,
okay, that's
yeah.
where I was gonna go. I was like, look, this is fiction. Nothing we do is
Nope.
that deep, but
No, this is literally in every single way.
knows.
She knows in a way where
technically
she's like,
thinks
haha,
consent-
plausible deniability.
She's
Oh, she was the waitress. That's what my hand was doing. Okay.
technically consented to Clark and not to Ari, but it's okay. It's a book. It's silly.
It's very Aladdin. He's not actually a prince, girl. He's not really Batman.
It's Aladdin.
He's not really her boyfriend.
Clark, it was Halloween. Okay.
And suddenly, here we were. And I was about to fall off the edge, just with his mouth on my tits. Except
you just gave me the weirdest hit, like, yeah.
Such a bro.
Hey.
I was
Sexual
watching.
assault in a closet, right, bro?
What's your pregame ritual? Well,
Except where had he learned to do this? because it had never been like this with him before.
It's the Coke.
He's into Coke now. His teeth grazed my nipple as a hand reached between my legs, gently rubbing over my core.
He better not be
A lot
wearing
of
gloves.
core work here. Through my bodysuit, his fingers applying more and more pressure with every pass. The perfect pressure. I cried out as I came. That was quick. What? She just came from him rubbing through her catsuit. I cried out as
You're dressed up as like
Never heard that sentence
like a
before.
onesie.
like a cat from Cats, like Taylor Swift and Cats.
It's furry.
Please put it in the aesthetic.
The sound of
I
my
have the perfect one. I have it as a sticker.
She's like, I'll send it to you.
The sound of my screams reverberating through the small room. I hadn't even recovered from my last orgasm before his face was buried in my pussy. From her catsuit. His mouth sucking and licking at my clit like I was his favorite meal.
Keep reading.
Holy Batman.
No! No! I am out. This is worse than my sweet.
She slammed the closet door.
God. She grabbed a bottle of bleach and sprayed it in his face.
That poor plant.
When had Clark Holy Batman. When had Clark, in all caps, gotten this good at fucking head? Clark, I moaned. I don't. You know who I fucking am, and don't you fucking say his name again. Or
Batman. I'm not actually Batman.
I'm
Bruce.
Batman, okay?
Call me Bruce.
Oh my God. Okay, Ari. You know who I fucking am, and don't you fucking say his name again, or I'm going to choke you with my motherfucking cock.
Should have said it like Batman.
Don't say I love also that in this there are 2,479 highlights of that line. Ari Lancaster growled.
I'm one of them.
Stood there.
Ooh.
The realization of what was happening. Sexual assault. Sinking in like a heavy stone in my chest. You were just assaulted. Except, hadn't part of me known all along? The man on his knees wasn't Clark, despite my feeble attempts to deny the truth to myself.
Okay, so we're back in gray territory. Sure.
So now
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
back
yeah.
in the like,
Okay, so
maybe
I
shouldn't have
definitely
dressed this
knew.
way.
Okay.
Oh.
He's her long lost love. Soulmates.
Vagina soulmates.
She just
was
doesn't
already-
know yet.
She knows, but okay. Yep,
She knew, but she
continue.
didn't know.
She feels
felt
it in her body.
She felt it in her core. Ari's gaze locked onto mine, his glittering green eyes shining in the dim lighting. His stare was intense, smoldering with a mix of challenge and
Does
desire.
he have the black all around his eyes?
You know
for
he
the
does.
night?
He has to. He broke the silence, his voice a low, seductive murmur. Say my name. He dared, the words carrying a weight of expectation, a provocation to acknowledge the undeniable connection that had been simmering between us.
Are we?
Are we? His proximity was intoxicating, his presence captivating, and in that moment, I was powerless to deny him. Say it. Batman? I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. I believe you. I don't know.
That, I'm like, what? Ari, I finally murmured, and his eyes closed like his name on my lips was some kind of miracle. Didn't he say this in Batman where he's like, say my name to Catwoman?
I feel like
the
I
Robert
was
Pattinson
imagining
one?
it. Oh, I didn't see that one. So
I don't know. Or it was
I
like
don't know.
Bruce.
I just have good instincts.
Who knows?
I don't know.
It's been a while.
Tell me you want me to fuck you. I gasped, biting down on my lip to keep myself from making an embarrassing sound. Blake, say it. I want you to fuck me. No, say it with my name. Are we? No.
I want Batman to fuck me.
Holy Batman. Zoinks. I hesitated for one more moment because this would change everything. After this moment, I could never go back to how it was. Ari, I want you to fuck. Wait, Ari, I want you to fuck me.
Good.
I said
God.
slowly.
Okay. You're right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh my God. Girl, kind of forward, but okay. Me unlatched from your vagina.
From your core. Ari moaned hungrily as he pressed his face against my core and breathed in deeply. His mouth sealed over my clit, licking and sucking with the perfect pressure. Fuck, I could have come just from the hungry noises spilling out of him.
Does the mask cover the nose? Can he breathe through it?
It's real pointy. I pulled off his mask, wanting him to see me.
Right. Okay.
I did not know.
So the mask is still on this whole time.
He can't breathe.
After I read the whole scene, I was like, the whole time did he have the mask on?
The whole time?
And I went back and I was like, okay, they took it off.
You'd think that it would be like, it's me, Ari. like
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I just can't picture anybody seriously with like a little Batman mask. Like,
The ears.
it's me. I pulled off the mask, desperate to see him, and he didn't stop me. Like he was rewarding me. His tongue slid to my entrance, dipping in softly, worshipfully. My hands tangled in his hair, pulling him closer. He grabbed my left leg and pulled it over his shoulder, and his other hand grabbed my ass. So I was literally straddling his face.
Literally.
Ari pushed a finger inside of me. So, like this.
One finger. Yep.
It's at eye level. Pushed a finger inside of me, and then another, immediately finding that one perfect place in my core.
Perfect place.
The one
perfect
Clark.
pressure.
The one Clark could never find.
Never.
Clark wishes.
Clark, quit
Clark.
doing coke.
Clark.
Pay attention. Let me draw you a diagram. on my
As if
whiteboard.
Ari could tell that another man's name had crossed my mind, he pushed a third finger inside of me, and I screamed from the fullness as he worshipped me. I began to grind.
Sorry. What was that movie with the Nazis and the... Stand with me.
Inglourious Bastards?
Thank you. And remember when they find out, spoilers, when they find out he's
the
posing
three.
because he does the, instead of the, whatever it
This
is.
is the
do you think-
German 3 and this is the American 3.
Do you think the other cultures use the other three fingers instead
They
of...
do like a duck bill? Like that.
Oh my God.
That's a speculum right there. Ladies, am I right?
Okay.
I began to grind against his face, no longer concerned with anything but coming.
She's not thinking about Inglourious Bastards.
Fuck. I knew it would be like this. Your pussy, this fucking delicious. His tongue licked through my folds, Aju, as if he was trying to chase every last drop of my wetness. Say my name, he demanded.
You think he's saying it like a song?
Say my name, say my name. He demanded again, his tongue and fingers stilling as he waited for me. Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Say my name. Ari, please, I cried, feeling like I might die if he didn't let me come. Good girl.
Good
He
girl.
praised. And
Holy Batman.
Holy Batman. He praised, and a flush of heat coursed through my bloodstream. His tongue hungrily worked my core. His fingers relentless until I screamed again. Someone's like, excuse me, my jacket's in there. Excuse me. Is there anything in this closet?
Vacuum.
Yeah. I need to get the vacuum. There's something spilled out here. Desperately, like he couldn't get enough. You're my perfect girl, sunshine.
He calls her Sunshine.
All right. You taste so fucking good. He rasped as he slid my leg off his shoulder and stood up from the ground. Kiss me, he murmured, his intensity sharpening as we stared at each other.
Does he take a condom out of his utility belt?
No,
Yes.
but he does ask, taste what a good girl you are.
Emily, that got her.
She's in.
You need your swimsuit? Don't answer that.
You are so fucking hot, he groaned. I couldn't have even dreamed of how good this would be. He gave me one last lingering kiss. Now let me fuck you, Blake. His hand slid into my hair, holding my head as I was forced to look into his vibrant green eyes.
Covered like raccoons. Sorry.
Just a lot of eyeliner. He looks super emo. I'm going to make this so good for you, baby. You'll never want anything else. I didn't tell him that I was already ruined, that I honestly couldn't comprehend the thought of anything better than this, that I didn't know how I was going to survive without this. Are you going to let me take care of you? He murmured, his kiss sealing over my mouth before I could respond. Like he didn't actually want me. Wait, they didn't actually want me to answer this. His hands spilling the back of my thighs, grabbed the back of my thighs, picking me up, and wrapped my legs around him as my hands went to his shoulders.
Is this Vanessa's Caught Up where we have 20 more pages?
No, it's almost over.
No? I got like 5 more pages.
Oh.
No.
All right. We're like almost at an hour. Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Fuck.
Let me see. His cock was completely pierced. Ugh.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I was like, let me just skim ahead. Oh my God. A Jacob's ladder extending from the bottom of his gigantic dick all the way to the top. This is our first like dick piercing.
No,
Was for the
Caleb from Pucking Around
Pucking
was
around.
pierced.
Piercing.
Yeah, but not a Jacob's ladder.
Yeah, he was.
That was?
Root to tip.
I know what a Jacob's ladder is.
It's just a bunch of bars.
It's a bunch of bars.
On the underside.
Yeah. On the underside?
think
I
so.
don't know.
I would have known it wasn't Clark
I
the
pictured
second
little-
he whipped that thing out.
Instead of bars, I picture little bows.
Yeah, I think it's like 10 inches or
Clark's dick could not compare in any way.
Well,
Don't be scared, baby. It's going to feel so fucking good. He groaned as he pressed in slowly. I couldn't breathe. He was only an inch in, and I was stretched beyond comfort.
he just had 3 fingers in you, but it was
a speculum.
something.
It didn't go all the way in, and it had all this extra hardware
he wasn't
on
doing
it.
any
It
samples.
wasn't the
Okay.
big finger.
Right, whichever one that is. Okay.
Oh, fuck. I cried as he forced his way further in. I could feel every inch of his piercings as I moved against my sensitive core. His hand slid between us, and he worked on my clit, softly rubbing it. My inner muscles slowly relaxed, just tenting. And he was
Relaxed.
able to steadily shove his way in. Just a couple...
Shove. That's okay.
Gently shove. Just a couple more inches, baby girl. Sounded like he was in pain from holding back.
Um,
Ari
I guess I
wasn't-
should have edited.
You don't get to... Oh, wait. So he's like making her look at him. You don't get to look away from me. I've waited too fucking long for this. His other... They're still in the closet?
I've been waiting since I was 2.
Yeah. I froze because nobody had ever... Oh, wait. Wait, did he... Wait, fingers slid into my crease. Is this in his butt? She's in the butt?
Yeah.
Every time I try to skip ahead, there's more. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. He was like,
Okay.
Just relax. That's it. There's not going to be anywhere I don't touch that I don't taste. Is he? Ew. Wait. What?
He's
Does
just saying.
Does he lick his finger
no,
after her
he's
butt?
just saying
Let me
like
make her see how you taste.
there's nowhere I'm not gonna touch you or taste you like in the future.
And she's like, oh,
Well, that's
okay.
what you get for skimming ahead. Just get to the part where they come.
This is all
Okay.
highlighted.
I'm sorry.
The stretch was painful but perfect. She liked it. Ari eased out of me slowly before slamming back in, like he wanted to make sure I would feel him there for the rest of my fucking life.
You know when you try to get those fold-up chairs back in the little sleeve?
And like he's getting caught on something on the edge.
Shoving it in. It's the bars.
It's always
my
the bars. So yes, that's it. Wait, so a few more passes and I was there, falling, screaming his name as I came. Still just in a closet.
Knocking down shelves.
This must be a big walk-in closet. That's it. Look at you coming on my big cock. What a fucking good girl. If YouTube doesn't flag this, maybe you need to come see us on Patreon because it's the only place we're
Patreon is
allowed.
just the link to the YouTube video, girl.
Oh shit! Just
Yeah.
put it on mute. Listen to that. He grinned wickedly. Looks like someone likes to be praised, which is my lucky day because I'm going to spend every day in this sweet pussy telling you how perfect you are. I moaned and fisted his hair as his fingers slid into my ass. The sensation was good.
Good.
So good. My reaction must have excited him because his movement sped up. He pushed my back against the wall behind me so I couldn't move. There's like hangers around her. All I could do was take his dick as it slammed in and out of me, each stroke so deep it felt like it was butting up against my womb. More, I whispered as he nipped at my bottom lip. Every day, sunshine. Every day, this pussy's gonna be mine. Come one more time for me, baby, he pleaded. As if his world depended on it, I couldn't help but listen. The flutter started building, spreading until I was falling, not sure where I ended, and he began.
He dropped her.
She's like, grabbing onto a
I
coat
was so
sleeve.
close.
Yeah. He shuddered violently against me until he came with a long growl, his cum filling me until I was dripping down my thighs. She has to put a Catwoman suit back on.
This latex is going through it.
And then it was gone. And I was standing in a closet with his cum inside of me. And my boyfriend was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, no shit. Okay.
She kind of freaks out.
Oh, because she was sexually assaulted because she thought that she was having
She
sex
knew
with her.
she was just doing a fun. They were
No.
role playing.
It was LOL.
She freaks out because she cheated on Clark.
Yeah,
but
he
she hasn't
shows
talked to Clark in months.
It's been Ari.
He's trying to call her 100 times a day. That's a little scary. That's
Clark gave
problematic.
up on her.
That's pretty much when he tells her he's the wrong pucking guy or the pucking
Does
wrong
he tell
guy.
her, like, oh, I changed the number. You haven't talked to Clark. It's been me.
No. But
She
she's
tells
like,
her, like, remember when we were kids? You used to be
Not
me
yet.
because you were 8 years older than me.
not yet. He tells her, he's like, you didn't do anything wrong. You don't love him. I'm the one.
I coordinated all of this
We're
more than you know.
soulmates.
Yeah.
Go home, break up with Clark, text me. And I'll see you tomorrow. And he shows up to her job the next day and realizes he has to change his phone number. So he's like, I'm going to put my phone number in your
Didn't
phone.
see
He
that one
takes her
coming.
phone, changes everything.
Puts in a Google Voice number.
So he changed it back to Clark. Clark got unblocked.
No,
and then
he
he put
kept
no.
him blocked.
He let his old number and now his new number. Old number is Clark, new number is Batman.
They don't
Ari, Batman, guy from closet.
So they're basically together now.
Yeah, I would say so.
I would hope so. I mean, he said that was going to be his every day.
Teaming up,
picks
stopping
her-
crime.
Yeah, he picks her up from work, takes her to his house, and that's kind of where they start. She's like asking him about how he got into hockey, and he says,
I was an orphan.
yeah, and she puts
Ring
two
the
and
bells.
two
Ding, ding,
together.
ding, ding.
Yeah, and he
You're done.
says, hopefully I can honor my promise, and he uses her old name, and she starts crying. They're in love.
Did she say, like, I thought it might be you, or I can't believe it's you? She's totally okay with all
Well,
of
she's
it.
like, it makes sense.
How many more times are you going to mix up who I think I'm talking to?
It's the wrong fucking guy.
But 3 times means he's the right guy.
Yeah,
Thought you were
3
Clark, thought you were
times.
Batman, thought you were not someone I knew as a 10-year-old.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, I'm the
let's
right
fuck.
fucking guy.
Let's get married.
Let's puck around, yeah.
A couple more things happen. He gets his agent to replace an actor on one of her shoots with himself.
Oh.
He offers to do it for free.
Aw.
Her
I love how
mom.
much these books also make hockey players way more famous than they are in America.
Well,
Like,
give it time.
Well, because he's like
Book
new in
Talk is
LA.
trying.
they're doing a lot.
Yeah.
We've seen them warm up, and you're like, whew,
It's pretty good stuff.
we got to go to a game.
And the fights. Clark tries to come back into town again. He puts him on the no-fly list because Lincoln knows a guy.
Clark also never really did anything wrong.
He really didn't, other than
Just
he
kinda
was
being the wrong fucking guy.
Well, he was kind of like her parents.
a little
Yeah,
controlling,
he was in, like, a
little
rich
it's all about
asshole.
image. He was Dick the Third.
Yeah, he treated her kind of like an accessory whenever they would go out.
Yeah.
And just kind of always looked at her like a burden,
Didn't
kind
help
of.
her with her panic attacks.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to
oh my
find
God.
her
He would
spot
give
in her
her
course.
so much shit about her apartment because she loved to like thrift and
Yeah.
she had lots of books and stuff. And she was like,
Oh, gosh.
she was like, I just want to buy stuff that makes me feel grounded because I never had anything that was like my own. And
you sound like a crazy
He'd be like,
person.
don't talk about that. That's gross.
yeah,
Just-
basically.
yeah.
He'd be
Oh,
like,
cool.
he would
Okay,
like
so
not
yeah,
come
no
to her
fly
apartment.
list. Check.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He's like, I guess I'll fly private. I just see him in like loafers and like khaki pleated shorts and like a button up. Very,
he's
like,
always
Hamptons.
wearing a suit.
He's always wearing a
Always.
suit.
Always wearing a suit. He's
Dick
a
the Third.
busy
Clark
business
Kent.
boy.
Okay.
He ends up getting around that. I don't know. Maybe he does fly private, but
He takes another fancy car.
he tells her the PI turns on Ari and Clark doubles the amount and finds out everything.
Ooh. And
he
then
tells her everything. He's
Clark
like,
tells her everything.
Yeah.
She's like, look, I've been climbing this ladder over here for a while. I don't care anymore.
basically, that's what
She's like, whatever.
He's like, he's a psycho. Come back to New York. I love you. I'll move to LA. Yeah.
We get each other.
She's like, I'm sorry. I don't want to be with you.
We're soulmates.
Yeah.
He finishes me.
She confronts him and he was like, I wouldn't change a thing.
Like, I'm not I did
He's
it.
10 toes down, like, you're welcome.
Yeah. And
I kind of love that.
Yeah.
If he wanted to,
I have to remember it's a book. I love that.
I love it.
He spends a lot of time trying to make it up to her, making her food every morning. He buys her a fancy car.
He knows what to do.
He did trick her into moving in with him at one point.
Yeah, what a trickster.
Did he kidnap her and tie her to the bed?
No.
All right, we're good.
He paid the roommate to throw like a crazy party and like trash the place, and when she comes home she's getting Eiffel Towered by two of his teammates on her bed, and so she just packs up her shit.
Did he specify that in the contract?
No, but
like, you guys have she's like high-fiving as she walks in.
Use your imagination.
Do the look that you did, like, bro.
Bro.
Tits.
Tits.
So she kind of gives him the cold shoulder for like 2 weeks.
To make him grovel and make her breakfast?
She doesn't know. She's like, I should fucking leave. This guy's crazy. But she's like, I fucking love him.
I'm addicted.
I'll never be able to.
That's my man.
Yeah.
That's my man.
That's my boss, baby.
That's my man. That's my boss, baby. He's like, hey.
This is your man?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with
That's my man. I'm gonna stand by him.
So she doesn't really know what to do, but she can't like stay away. And every night she sleeps in the guest room, but every morning she wakes up in their room and he's like holding her. But one day she tells him
she love to sleep that hard.
Consentingly go to the bed, or
she's on muscle relaxers.
She's like awake every time he comes in there to get her.
It's when she didn't know who he was.
She pretends to keep her eyes closed like you do when you're little.
Oh, she's like, honk shoe, honk shoe, honk shoe.
Yeah. Of course, it's like sad because she wants to sleep with him, but she doesn't
want to admit that she wants him.
Yeah.
She wants him to earn it back.
So one day, she basically says like, oh, I forgot to tell you. After she finds out, she gets wasted and she's like, I just want to forget and pretend that everything's okay for one night. And she gets hammer smashed. They take a private jet to Vegas and they get married. And she has no recollection of it.
We're in our surprise you're married era.
And
oh, right, because last week...
Okay,
they jumped over a broom in Vegas. She thought it was like a fun trick.
It's for taxes, girl. Don't worry about it.
He shows her a video of her and
she's
him.
like, I do.
No,
she's on muscle relaxers.
She's definitely. It reminds me of the Not So Lucky.
Yeah,
where she's like, "Woo!" Like getting married.
Tits.
Totally.
Eiffel Tower.
Dump them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that also pisses her off and leads into even more like silent treatment.
But again, he's like, no, I don't apologize.
Too bad you can't leave it. We're married now.
Yeah. And so she like says she threw away the wedding ring, but she didn't. And so she's like, I don't think I'll ever be able to trust you again. And so the next morning she wakes up, she's still in the guest room. He didn't come get her. She wakes up in the morning, there's no food. And she goes into the bedroom and he's packing a bag and he's like, I'm not going to force you. You've lost your light. I'm not going to be the reason why you're like this. I put in a trade to Dallas and I hired a divorce attorney, drawed up papers for you.
Way to overreact. Like, reasonable. Should have happened earlier. Shouldn't have done any of this. But, like, just make me breakfast and shut up.
Yeah, she's like,
he leaves.
She's like, no, please.
And she's like, no, he leaves. And she's like, what am I going to do? You know, I don't know. And she gets a knock at the doorbell, and it's a woman. It's her divorce attorney. She's like, he called me and said that you might not have time to make the appointment, so I thought I'd just come to you and bring the papers. He gives her the papers she gives her the papers to sign, and it has her old name on it. And she's like, this isn't my name. And she gives him another document. Lincoln actually had her parents sign away their parental rights.
Okay.
Even though it doesn't matter.
She's a grown-up.
Yeah, but in name,
oh,
like she doesn't want to have anything to do with them. She hates them at this point.
Okay, so she's been excommunicated from the family in a good way.
Kind of,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
She has her old name, not her old first name, but her old last name.
Isn't Catwoman's name Serena Kyle?
Oh, it is.
Serena, yeah. Oh my god.
Weird.
Okay. So she's back to Serena Kyle.
Okay.
Serena Kyle.
that also means a huge thing to her, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Also, Lincoln finds out that her parents are scammers and they've been scamming all the charities, and so he's gonna ruin them
Yeah.
Nice.
for her. So she's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to get divorced.
I love him.
She tries to go to the airport, but her car won't start. She tries
She's on
to
the
order
no-fly
an
list.
Uber, but it gets canceled. And she's like crying on the
Because
curb.
he's mirroring her phone too. Still.
Ari shows up.
Knight in shining armor.
Butterfly taps, girl. It's gonna be okay.
It was all fake. The divorce attorney was an actress. The papers were fake. He wasn't getting traded back to Dallas.
You know what? There's
she
no
just-
cum on anyone's lips. I'm in. I'm in.
It's still it's a book. We don't think
You're
about it
going
too much.
the effort he is putting in. My God.
He takes
She
gaslighting
does
to a
kind
new
of-
level.
She does kind of say later, like, he was basically forcing me. I was letting my life happen to me and not taking control of what I want to go on. So he was forcing me to make choices that I had been wrestling with.
This is like in Friends when Phoebe lies to Rachel and says she's not pregnant, and then she realizes she did want to be pregnant. She's excited, and then it's like,
And
oh
then-
my God, that was a risky little.
yes.
It was risky, and it paid off because they're vagina soulmates.
Yeah.
Core.
Core. Does she move to Dallas?
Yes.
They're gonna be mean to her.
So he did take the trade back.
After a year, him and the goalie get traded back to
Because
Dallas.
Goalie's probably next book.
Yes.
Is that book out already?
Yeah.
What's it called?
the pucking Disney prince.
Pucking
the
savior.
Pucking wrong date?
Okay.
I'm wondering like what.
Tune in next week when I blindside us.
I wonder
I
what that
didn't
would be.
like this one nearly as much. I feel
She
like
wants the cum on her lips.
Yeah.
well,
Did
he
you feel like
does.
did you feel like Lincoln was a little bit more dark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ari was definitely like super goofy with the
Holy
Taylor
Batman.
Swift and
Whoa. No, I'm just kidding.
He was more Travis Kelce about it. Like, I'm just gonna go to your show.
He's a goof.
well, he's always like saying stuff about being BFFs. He likes pumpkin
Ari
spice
didn't really
lattes.
beat
He's a
anybody
little
up.
goofy.
He was-
XOXO.
Pull Gossip Girl. What do the good people at Goodreads think?
I was gonna
Because
see.
you said you didn't know if you fully liked, or you didn't like it as much. But I
Not
think
as
that
much. You
you
preferred.
like the darkness.
You love
of
the
Lincoln.
Unhinged.
Yeah,
And Lincoln was still pulling some strings. in
Yes,
this.
he was. So it did have that element, but I think I think the whole like they knew each other, and the way that it was like revealed, it wasn't enough.
Do you
Yeah,
feel
you
like that
wanted
tapped into
more.
some of your miscommunication?
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, but I just felt like it could have been a better reveal than just like
You
yeah,
want
I
some
was
more-
also adopted, and she was like, oh, and he's like, yeah, and then just like sealed it by saying her old name.
Yeah.
So I think that was what kind of didn't really hit for me.
Yeah.
But I think I just liked Lincoln better. But
Well, he's the mastermind. He's the top bad boy.
okay, Sophie said the pucking wrong choice.
Oh my god.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Clever. Okay.
Stephanie said, love the first 15% of this book, and then it went downhill. Ari is a douche. She's so fucking cocky, wussy, and annoying. Blake,
Cocky and wussy.
yeah, I think just because he was kind of like, even though he was kind of aggressive, he was just kind of like girly in a way. Like,
You're sweet. Because he wasn't as dark.
yeah, or just like, I think it was like the Taylor Swift stuff and the pumpkin spice latte, and I'm like, why does that make him a wuss though?
Yeah.
Some people feel that way.
Yeah, because he beat somebody up.
Some people need to look inward and ask themselves, what are you really uncomfortable with there?
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blake was annoying, someone who couldn't think logically and just followed along for sure. Sure, there's stalking obsessive type books, but those are done well. This just made me think that Ari was psycho, and I completely agree with Clark.
Oh,
She's like,
okay.
Clark sympathizes.
She's like, so
Uh-oh.
Clark's available.
Clark fucking hates Taylor Swift,
Clark-
and he thinks anyone who listens to it is like so annoying and shallow. And yeah, I
She's
agree.
on the,
Cool.
Like, Swiftie
Cool.
snark
She
subreddit.
calls Twitter X.
Oh my god.
I'm
That was a
okay.
look.
I'm neutral on Taylor. I'm fine with her.
You're neutral on Taylor?
No, I'm
Stop
fine with her.
everything.
I'm not like,
We're over
no, like
time.
I'm good on her.
Yeah.
Lana says, no, why? I thought I was really gonna like this since I like the
What?
fucking wrong number
Right.
and found Lincoln way more likable than Ari. I have too much to say.
Written by Vanessa V. Yeah.
She couldn't think about anything but his 9 or 10 inches. Does this author know that 9 or 10 inches is emergency room size?
Nuh-uh.
Tenting.
She gets tented. She's so horned up, and it has a ladder on it.
He warmed her up with his speculum.
Yeah, he speculummed her. A baby comes out of there.
Uh-huh.
All right, that's all I got.
Well,
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I liked it. I like the series. I like how
There's drama.
there's drama. There's good twists to it.
There's a lot of stuff I left out with her family.
Yeah,
and
you
they
told
come into
us
town.
to keep the same energy with this one that we did with our appreciation for the stalker guy, and it was much easier this time. Much
It was
easier.
a little less.
a little.
Yeah.
Well, and we were primed for it. Like we already had. We were like,
the
oh,
bar
she
was
was tinted.
So
I was
hot.
tinted.
She was warmed up.
I was warmed
That
up for
speculum
it.
was warm.
I liked that he was sweet but goofy. I liked it.
Yeah.
And I liked her story. I liked her vibe. She's good.
Yeah.
Holy Batman.
That was in her brain, I want to say. She did not say that out loud.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Because say it out loud is like for comedic effect. But instead she's like, what? I also just want, I as always,
Emily
like
would say, "Holy
logistical
Batman."
questions of like, you're having to put spandex back on while cum is dripping out of your legs. That's not going to be easy or good.
They
Pull a
just
rag
use
out
one
of
of
your utility
the.
belt.
They just use
like
one of the
a-
winter coats.
That's, oh God. Someone's like, what's on my sleeve?
You know what? You were doing the closet scene, and it was like he was holding her up. I just pictured her like with her arms in a coat, like, just being like,
Like a scarecrow.
like a swing or something.
All
All right.
What did you picture? Let us know. Like and subscribe and comment and share and
Help us.
tell us everything.
Yep.
You can follow us everywhere at Clutch My Pearls Pod. Follow us on Patreon. You can get episodes a day early. You get bonus content each month, and we have merch. Everything is link in bio.
Link in bio.
Link in bio.
Mhm.
And at Clutch My Pearls Pod, everywhere on the internet. And if you're on our Patreon, we'll see you Monday. For everybody else, see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Oh my God, bye.
Oh my God, bye.